Good morning, learners! Welcome back to our work immersion subject for senior high school TVL Home Economics Strand. But before anything else, I would like to request everyone to please stand for our opening prayer. Learners, last meeting we discussed about work ethics and safety in the workplace. And now we will talk about the right responsibility of employer and workers in the workplace.
Rights and responsibilities of an immersionist. Your employer is responsible for making sure, number one, your work environment is safe and providing appropriate protective equipment if necessary. If you will be working as a chef or as an attendant, you are required to wear your PPE or the personal protective equipment. Then, if you will be assigned as an F&B attendant or food and beverage services attendant, all of you must required to wear proper uniform. Number 2, workers are free from discrimination and bullying. As an immersionist, you have to be responsible in every action that you will do. You have to respect others so that others respect you. Number 3, you receive all your entitlements in terms of pay and condition. In your immersion program, all of you must required to render 80 hours. And that is, you will be working 8 hours a day from 8 o'clock to 5 p.m. But the company will not give you a salary, so never expect to have it for you. But then the company will find to give you some incentives of what you work for. For clarification, as an immersionist, you may ask your immersionist teacher and your supervisor. Just be guided accordingly. So a while ago, we already discussed about the rights of your employer and its responsibility. But please be reminded that as an immersionist, you have to be responsible also. And now, let's have the worker or immersionist rights and responsibilities. Number 1, understanding the conditions of your employment. This includes knowing your rate of pay, working hours, and entitlements to breaks and leave. In immersion program, as an immersionist, you will be working as an employee. But remember, never expect a salary from the company. But then, at the end of the training, the company or the supervisor company will evaluate you of what you work for, and that is according to the criteria given from your immersionist teacher. Number 2, working in a way that is not harmful to the health and safety of yourself or others. As an immersionist, if you have some questions or if you are confused with your work, never hesitate to ask to your supervisor or immersionist teacher for you to be guided. Number 3. Knowing what to do if you think your employer is not meeting the responsibilities. As what I've said a while ago, as an immersionist, you have to be responsible all the time, whether your supervisor is available or not. You have to feel or make the customers satisfied. Importance of confidentiality at work. An employee should be prudent enough not to disclose any information that the organization considers sensitive and confidential to a third party until and unless the employee has consulted and taken permission from his supervisor regarding the same. As an immersionist, never disclose any information about your company. Or, shall we say, never talk about issues outside the company. If there will be some instances or complaints from the customers, acknowledge the customer and let your supervisor solve it. The following are the importance of confidentiality at work. Number 1, confidentiality is the protection of personal information. So if there are some instances that the customer will ask you your number, then you have to say no because it's not allowed to do so. Next, confidentiality means keeping a client information between you and the client and not telling others. Examples of maintaining confidentiality include: Number 1, individual files are locked and secure. Number 2, support workers do not tell other people what's in client's file unless they have permission from the client. Number 3, information about clients is not told to people who do not need to know. Number 4, clients' medical details are not discussed without their consent. Number 5, adult clients have the right to keep any information about themselves confidential, which includes that information being kept from family and friends.